Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Well, I just come on here. I have just been absolutely overwhelmed and amazed. You know, I watch Amora, that's Amora. She's at Ali Pally, and she's wearing the most fantastic long jacket in what she calls Nan's dinner plate colours. In other words, it's like the willow pattern, blue and white. And she's used a Janie Crow Persian tiles pattern for the back of it. Oh, gorgeous. But not only that, she took part in a stylecraft catwalk display. Not models as such. It's kind of, YouTubers or people or whatever. There was another gorgeous coat, all in like bright colours. And I'm like, oh, oh, every time somebody else walked down the catwalk, I'm, oh my goodness, oh, I want to do it, oh, I love to make it. So anyway, so she's Amora at Ali Pally. I mean, there's so many gorgeous stalls. This is what I miss. I can't go anymore. I couldn't do the journey to London and I couldn't go round if I got there, so who am I fooling? So I'm really grateful to somebody like Amora who does go and does do these videos so that I can actually watch them. Anyway, well, I forgot to bring in what I'm making, but I'm actually crocheting the sleeve of the sweater that I was making the other day. I'll show it you again. If you were watching me, not this Saturday because I was doing something else this Saturday, but if you were watching me the Saturday before, then I was crocheting a sweater for myself out the head, you know. This is what I do. This is what this is. People say, oh, I can't make a jacket. Oh, I can't make... Oh, there goes my phone. I should turn the thing off, shouldn't I? So, yeah. I'm going to turn off the notifications before I get any more bibbly beeps. I forgot to do it. I always do, don't I? I always forget to turn it off. Right, it's off now. It'll buzz, but it won't. Yeah. So as I said, I don't. I really sort of. It upsets me in a way when people say, "Oh, I can't make a garment," or "I can't do it," and I'm like, "Have you tried? Have you really tried to do a garment?" Because if you can't follow a pattern, that's fair enough. My first things I ever crocheted at the age of 13, I didn't have patterns. I just laid down on the table a sweater that fitted me and I crocheted to the shape. I didn't do circles all the way around. I did the normal pieces, back one front, or it was a cardigan, two fronts and two sleeves. I just do basic shapes. I don't do any fancy stuff. I do a little bit of shaping, but I don't really do fancy stuff. You can do a lot of things by crocheting rectangles and stitching them together. You may finish up with a slash net sweater until you get competent enough to make a neckline. Fine, fair enough. All I will say is please just have a go at making something, you know, that is to wear. Because if you look at the show, you know, any of the shows, they've just got loads and loads of beautiful garments. And the people walking around in Ali Pally were wearing beautiful garments. Anyway, I've started another hexagon jacket. I know it looks like a bit of a one for a toddler at the moment, but it will grow. That's what it's done in. And it's done in the, I'm using the play, Yarnsmith Play double knit. This colour is called Dive, would you believe? And it's 1F010. And talking about yarnsmiths as well, I was watching, what's she called, Davina, Little Workroom Crafts, I think. And she was saying that her husband's buying her a kit for a blanket that's just come out from Stylecraft. I haven't seen it. It's one that I think it's Attic 24's done. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong with that. But she was having it as a Christmas present, a kit from her husband. So I don't know what it's like because, you know, I don't do blankets. But I must admit, like the Janie Crow blankets and things like that are absolutely fantastic. If you can't make them, just have a look at them because they're so gorgeous. And I just love that jacket that Amora is wearing. I don't know whether I would do it in blue and white, but I like it. I like it, yeah. So what else have I got to say? Well, it's not raining today. It's not brilliant, but it's not raining. I'm sat here on my chair and I've actually bought a hot water bottle. Yes, I know I could have crocheted a cover for it, but yeah, I didn't, did I? Oh, I lost all my nail polish off. I've only just done them, I know. I've only just done it and I've lost my nail polish on the end of my finger already. Mate, looks a bit odd, doesn't it? Because it's a short, it broke off. Yeah, so I know I could crochet a cover for it, but hey, it was only, I think it was $5.99 with this plush cover, so I thought, oh, that'll do. Well, it's at me back, I can't see what it's covered in anyway, can I? It's only if I wanted to make a feature, a feature out of it. Well, I went to knit club, and in my usual manner, I got the drunk on the tram. Can I help you with that? Can you manage with that? Because I had my folding scooter, which is quite hefty. But not only was he drunk, he was a bit of a tramp. You know, that's par for the course with the kind of men I usually attract, yeah. Other people get lovely silver foxes. No, I get the drunk on the tram. Yeah. Yeah, at the moment, like I say, what I'm crocheting at the moment, I'm doing the sleeves for that sweater, which I forgot to bring in with me. And I'm not going back for it now. You'll see it on another video. Because I'd broken off to start this on Saturday because I just didn't feel like trying to work out sleeves, increases, and talking to everybody. Whereas these, you can more or less do these in your sleep. If you've not made a hexagon jacket, you must be one of the few people in the world that hasn't. There was quite a number of hexagon jackets wandering around at Amora Pally, and quite a few people have got tutorials if you need to watch a tutorial. We've got Amora does one, we've got Craft and a Cuppa does one, quite a number of people do them, yeah. So I would say have a go. You know, if you've only ever made blankets, you know, please have a go at something dead simple. You know, really pick something simple. If you can't do patterns and stitches, just do trebles, as I call them, double crochets if you're in America. Just pick a nice yarn. You know, something a little bit more interesting. But please no grey. Please no grey, no beige. No. Pick a nice colour. Pick something colourful, you know. Cheer yourself up for winter. Look at me, wearing my lime green. This necklace is very unusual. I bought it, not made it. It's like ribbon. Whoops. Look it round the back, it's got a bow. It's ribbon over the top of, well, I call them like marbles. And it just looks very unusual. You know me, I like anything unusual. We're going that way. But to put it on to match my cardigan, which I'm wearing over the top of a black dress. But you know me, I like bright colours, yeah. So, well, I was waiting for Amazon to come before I made this video because he was bringing me my hot water bottle. And he was also bringing me key rings. Look at all those. I think there was £5 for about 120 key rings. Because I think I've mentioned before, I'm making some little charms, you know, for the church knit club I go to. I'm making some little charms. My friend Sarah had made some owls, and I've got one on my handbag actually, and everyone makes a comment about it, so I thought, right, I'll have a go. I've got the pattern, it was free on Ravelry. That's the other kind of key ring, it's got flat. You'd have to knit something, well, crochet, something a bit wider I think to go on there, but we can work it out, in the words of the Beatles, we can work it out. We can work it out. So what else have I been doing today? I've actually got into watching, you know, these how did our grandmothers cook in the days of the Depression and whatnot? What kind of recipes did they cook? I've actually got into watching all of those. And there's some really good tips, you know, for cooking on a budget and that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm no great shakes as a cook, don't get me wrong, I'm passable. I can throw something out that doesn't kill anybody, you know. But I'm not a gourmet, I'm not a fancy dancy chefy kind of person. I don't cook it because I don't like it, to be quite frank. If it's got herbs, spices and Lord knows what else and 25 ingredients, you can count me out, you know. I mean, for example, for tonight I'm actually going to do carrot and lentil soup. People say carrot and coriander, cilantro if you're in America. I don't like it. I was talking to Knit Club and like 50% of the people like coriander, and the other 50% of the people, like me, think it tastes like soap. So my soup maker will definitely be coming out this winter. Definitely make it. If it's a choice between eating something fancy and putting the heating on, I think I would rather put the heating on. I put it on this morning just to warm the house, well, the bungalow through a bit, you know. I just don't do cold weather very well. I really don't, you know. I've ordered another draft excluder. I've got one at the door from the kitchen to the conservatory because it's like, you know, a person could practically crawl underneath it. So my son actually put a draft excluder that slides on the door, but every time I opened the door it fell off. So I've resorted to the old-fashioned one you put behind, like a bolster you put behind the door. So I've ordered another one. That one was supposed to be red, and when it came it was black. So I've everything forward and trust in the Lord. I've ordered another red one. Now we'll just see if we get a red one this time or we get a black one, because the carpet in the hall is red. So where the front door is, I want red to go near the carpet, yeah. So yeah, I'm actually on the lookout for a ramp for the front door, because I've got my little folding scooter. I think I told you before, it's heavy as anything. So to actually lug it over the door, you know, the door lip, like that, and then I've got a doorstep like that high. I thought, I can't cope with this. I ordered some little rubber ones off I didn't order them off eBay, I ordered them off Amazon, but they're just not right. I need a full, like a wheelchair scooter ramp, but they are so pricey. Anyway, somebody said that there's a shop in Fleetwood that sells like some second-hand disabled things, you know. So I'm just hoping that somebody's donated a ramp, you know, then I don't know how I'm going to get it home. I'll have to pay to have it delivered, but but some of them actually fold up and go in a bag, which would be, you know, manage somehow bungee strap it to the roof of my scooter. I mean, they have them on eBay and that. I keep looking at them, but they vary between sort of about 60, which isn't what I want, to about 100 and odd, which is what I do want. So keep your fingers crossed for me that I hope I get a second-hand ramp, because I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger and I'm sick of lugging my back out, lugging my scooter up and down. Ooh, excuse me, my back's hurting again today. We don't go into it though, do we? Ooh. Right. My curtain rail's up, so at least it's a bit warmer in the front room. I've got a very thick double-line velvet curtain, and it does keep a lot of the draft out, actually, yeah. I'm actually considering, you know, maybe getting a curtain for the front door. But it's a bit awkward, because you've got to open the door, haven't you? The door opens inward. It's just... And the door's like that plasticky stuff. In the good old-fashioned days, you used to have a wooden door, didn't you? And you could screw things in, you know. and you could have the curtain fastened to the actual door. So when you open the door with the curtain. But these days, no, everything's plastic. I suppose maybe I could get stick-on hook things. I don't know. It's difficult these days. Everything's modern and plastic, isn't it? Nothing's good old-fashioned wood anymore. There's a thought though, because my front door's got glass in it. So, you know, glass is always cold. It looks pretty, but it's always cold, yeah. So, but the trouble is I got rid of a red curtain. The bedroom curtains that they left behind here were red, and they weren't nice curtains really, but it would have done for a door curtain. Would have done for a door curtain. You have to do these things when you're trying to keep warm, don't you? I sit there with my shawl on at night and my heated throw, thinking, I am not putting the heating on yet. It's not November. I was trying to work out today, you know, you have that meter thing, you know, for what they call a smart meter. And it tells you how much electric you've burnt, you know. It doesn't tell me how much gas I've burnt, but it tells me how much electric I've burnt. And I was looking at it and thinking, oh my God, if it gets to like, say, £5 a day, 7 fives, that's 35, that's 70, that's £140 a month just for the electric. And I'm like, ooh. And that's not counting the central heating, you know, because, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Miss Rachel Reeves, let's not go there. You know, took my heat. I'm hoping I'm getting my heating allowance back this year. You know, we didn't get it last year. I mean, don't get me started. They live in their mansions, don't they? They get everything paid for by us. And then there was a thing on the paper today saying they're thinking of putting the council tax up. That's, if you're in America, I don't think you pay council tax. You probably pay some other kind of tax. But we pay council tax here, which allegedly pays for the council to move your rubbish, bins, whatnot, do the roads, do everything, whatever, yeah. But they're talking of putting that up, you know. I mean, I don't know where people in government think we get this extra money from, you know. When you're on a budget and you're a pensioner, you can't go and work an extra shift, you know, to cover your bills. You can't say, can I do some overtime, you know. There's no such thing as overtime when you're a pensioner, you know, and I'm a bit too old to be doing a housewife shift, working as a cashier somewhere. I'm a bit too old for that. But I don't know where these people in power think we get any extra money from. You know, I mean, at one time I used to earn a few crusts through selling my crochet, but Etsy's put paid to that because they finished up getting more money for selling my things than I got for crocheting them. So that kind of puts you off a bit, doesn't it? And I've not found any other way. I know people say, oh, New Monday, they say Vinted, they said eBay, they said other things, but everybody wants their cut. And unfortunately, the cut that everybody wants is more than the cut that I'm getting through making the things, yeah? Anyway, that's me having a moan, having a whinge. Why not? I'm entitled to have a whinge. I've lived this long, I've paid my dues, I've worked all my life. I'm entitled to have a whinge. I don't know how you feel about this current situation, but everything's up, up, up. It's probably the same in other countries. I mean, I can only speak for the UK, but I would imagine it's the same anywhere you live. Food's going up. You know, like for example, a taxi to Fleetwood used to cost me £11. It now costs me £12.50. It's the same journey, but it's suddenly gone up £1.50. You know, people will say, oh, it's only £1.50, you know, but it's actually £3 because it's there and back, isn't it? You're paying £1.50 more each direction. And like I said, my pension will be going up 25 pence when I get to 80 next month. Don't know what I'm going to do with that, you know. Last of the big spenders, it won't even buy me carrots, will it? It's a travesty, really. It's just ridiculous. It's been 25 pence for as long as it's ever been. I mean, what good is 25 pence? You feel like saying, look, just don't bother, you know. You keep it if you're that desperate for money, you know, if it's the big black hole we've got in England. You know, if you're that desperate, why don't you just keep me 25 pence and I've done. And me £10 Christmas bonus. Whoopee! Oh dear, I know I moan, but still, I do moan. It does us good to have a moan, doesn't it? It solves absolutely nothing. Doesn't get me anywhere if I have a moan. And I really must find somewhere to put this camera, because I keep looking. I think I'm looking in my camera, and I'm not looking in my camera, because my camera's over there somewhere. My camera is like there. So I don't know where I'm looking. I really want to put it on top of my computer screen. I've got a big telecomputer screen. And I really want to put it on top, but every time I put it on with a bit of double-sided tape or something, it falls down in the middle of a conversation. You know, I've tried blue tacking it on, I've tried everything, but it just won't stay on, it just keeps falling off. And I don't think they sell a clip. But my camera's like on a little bit of a, well, I can't show you, because if I show you, I'll be showing my camera and whatever. And it's just like a little camera like that on a little bendy thing, but it won't fit on top of my screen where it should be fitting. I don't know whether I can move it more to the middle. Maybe. Oh, you're showing me horrible kitchen now. Well, I'm in the middle, but I'm still not looking at the camera. Oh my giddy aunt. So I've moved the camera a bit, but I'm still looking. I'm sorry about this, but I cannot look into the camera very well. If I'm looking into the camera now, I don't know what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Ah. Anyway, it's Tuesday. I'm going to go and do a bit more crocheting and maybe start an owl to see if I can do an owl for a little. But I've got so much, and now I haven't even finished that video with Amora. I was so excited. I came on here to tell you all about it. Oh, Pally. I've always wanted to go to Pally. And when I was able to, I was working and that, and I wouldn't have been able to get down in the days that it was on. And then, of course, once I was retired, I had my spinal operation, and I couldn't have made it, and I would have had to go down on the train, and then I would have had to pay for overnight accommodation, because you can't do it in a day, can you? You know, you can't go down on the train, come back on the train. And now I've moved here. It's not when I was in Manchester, it was easy. I could have hopped on a train in Manchester and gone to London, which would have made it marginally easier. But now I would have to go into Blackpool, then get a train from Blackpool into Manchester, then get a train from Manchester. You know, it's just too much for me. I'm not a sweet young thing anymore, much as I would like to think I am. So I'm always very grateful to these people who do the videos of these knit and crochet shows. It's not the same as going yourself, is it? But oh, the things I've only seen about a quarter of the video so far. But oh, seeing the things that people are wearing when they're walking around is enough, you know, without seeing the stalls. You know, they've got the stylecraft stall looks fantastic, yeah. And of course, Janie Crow. I just wish I had the patience to do what Janie Crow. But I might manage to do a coat like Amora's done. Because it's not like making a blanket, is it? Yes, I know there's a lot of squares involved, but it's still not a soul destroyer making a blanket. You may all love making blankets, but it's not my thing. Really isn't my thing. If I can't wear it, I don't want to know. If I can't wear it and somebody else can't wear it, I don't want to know. There's only so many blankets you can put on your sofa at one go. And I've got two already and I don't need another one. Yeah. But oh, gosh. I'm going to leave you and I'm going to go back and finish watching Amora. And I will put the link on Facebook if you've not managed to find her yet. Maybe I'll put a link underneath. I don't know whether I can put links underneath. I don't know. It's Amora Pally. In other words, that's Alexander Palace, but they call it Pally locally. So it's Amora, right? I hope she knows I keep giving her these plugs. Maybe one day I will meet her. Maybe she will be at that Blackpool show, which I may be able to get to in February. So maybe I might meet her there. Not that she'll know who I am. I'm only a tiny little fish in a huge, huge crochet pond, yeah. So, yeah. I still am not getting my thumbs up. I'm really not. I do on my lives. My people on my lives are very loyal and they all give me a thumbs up. But in my ordinary videos like this that I put out, I don't know why I don't get any thumbs up. It seems to be a common thing that people don't seem to think it's important, and it's very, very important because it raises a profile, not just me, of anybody that you want to watch. You must give them a thumbs up. It encourages them to make more videos because you feel appreciated. You know, you think 300 people have watched me, but only 32 people have liked me. You know, and you're like, what have I done wrong? It's if people don't make videos, they don't understand that it is important that you do give people a thumbs up or a hype or whatever you feel like doing. And I know I keep going on about it, but it's vitally important to everybody that makes a YouTube video. So please, please do it. Not just for me, do it for other people that you watch. Don't think it's not important or other people will do it, I don't need to do it. Everyone counts, every counts. And what it does is it raises the profile of people so that more people will watch them. So, I mean, I promote people. Nobody promotes me, but I promote people. I say, have you watched, you know, like Little Workroom Crafts? Have you watched Amora? Have you watched whatever, you know, Dear Designs? Have you watched that? I do tell people about other people, but sadly not a lot of people know about me. I just go under the radar. I read somewhere that said when you get older you get invisible. Probably this is why I wear bright colours, because I am, if I'm going to be invisible, people are going to notice me, going to remember me. I don't wear beige and grey and fade in the background. That's not my style, yeah? I want to be noticed. I want to be the kind of people that people go, whoa, what's she wearing? That's nice. Yeah. Probably a lot of people go, ooh, what the heck is she wearing? But at least I'm not baring my belly and I've not got big lips, you know. But oh, and I forgot to put my lipstick on. Never mind. You'll have to put up with me as I am, yeah. So I'm going to go now. It's only a short video today. I'm not going to ramble on for an hour like I did before. So I'm going to go back and I shall make my carrot and lentil soup for tonight. That'll probably last me tomorrow and every other day as well. My niece is coming at the weekend. I'm going to fold up my summer dresses and put them away because sadly the weather has changed and I'm into my long winter dresses. They're just plain long sleeve dresses, but they're such a good background for putting bright things on with them. I've got them in all colours. I've got them blues, reds, maroons, you name it, I've got them. They're my staple winter clothing along with trousers and stuff. But in actual fact, I find trousers quite cold unless they're quite thick, because when you're on the scooter, the wind's coming at your knees, you know, and you're kind of stationary even though you're moving. Your body's stationary. You're not like walking or running or generating any heat. When you're sat still in a wheelchair or in a scooter like I am, it's quite cold. I mean, I've got a cover that I put over my knees and that does help. But I find wearing leggings, underskirt and dress is a lot warmer than wearing a pair of trousers, yeah. And I don't wear jeans. I've never, well, I'd say I've never worn jeans. I have in my 20s worn jeans, but jeans and me don't, I mean, not my thing. Other people love them. Other people wear them all the time. Fair dues, if that's what you want to wear, you wear them. I'm not a person who dictates what the people should be wearing. It's just that for me, jeans are not my thing. Jeans and t-shirts, no. Sweatpants, no. Anything with elastic around the bottom, no. I bought some lovely trousers. They were like woolly trousers from Moonbeams and Mayhem. That's another person, another shop that I always promoting. Did they give me anything free? No, not even a pair of mittens. But they were harem pants. But first thing I did was cut the elastic out and made them straight bottoms. I don't like that. You know that look where you have elastic around the bottom? Just not me. And I watch another lady who does fashion or whatever, and she's wearing these, what I call balloon pants. And they stop. They look like your bottom too short. They stop halfway up your ankle. My mum used to say the cat's died, you know. In other words, you'd grown out your trousers and there was like that much sock showing. She said, oh my God, look at him, the cat must have died. She said his trousers is too short, yeah. And that's what they look like, these balloon pants. High fashion, apparently. But I don't want to wear short trousers that are too short. Pedal pushers or whatever, they're different. They're meant to be halfway up your calf, aren't they? But these that stop about that far up from your ankle, it looks like your bottom too short, doesn't it? I'm sorry, but that's me. I like everything. If it's got to go to the ground, it's got to go to the ground. If it's got to stop mid-calf, it's got to stop mid-calf. You can't be, it's got to be, can't be neither. It's got to be one thing or the other, you know. I mean, I'm past the stage of miniskirts. I got past that, I think, in my 30s, you know. I really don't like to see women my age wearing a miniskirt. I'm sorry, but I don't. Not even if they've got a good pair of legs, no. I think, no dear. Bit mutton, you know, a bit mutton dress as long. Go down to your knees at least. Have a little bit more decorum, dear, yeah. Miniskirts are fine if you're young and lithe and whatever. You know, but unfortunately, you know, that's not all the people who wear them, is it? Because pencil skirts are supposed to be coming back in, but sadly at my age group and my figure, yeah, I won't be wearing them, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my crochet and I'm going to leave you doing whatever it is you were doing in the first place before I interrupted you. And all I'll say is the usual. Thumbs up, subscribe, hype would be nice, and a coffee. Link underneath would be lovely. So I'll see you all, if I don't see you before, I'll see you all on Saturday at 9 o'clock because the clocks haven't changed yet, so it'll still be the same time as usual. So bye for now. I'm going to go back and watch Amora. Bye. Amora Pally, here I come. Bye.